back. I just ended off another video back then, because this is part 2 to that video.
How would you survive?
So yeah, this is part 2 to that video. Go subscribe to Michael CPD, and obviously subscribe to me. Like, why else would you be here?
His mail one sunny day when he suddenly stops and looks around.
Guys, that's weird.
It's hard to describe, but somehow his surroundings feel
It
different.
literally looks like a hippopotamus.
He soon locates the source of his bad feeling. After getting onto his hands and knees and peering into the sewer grate, this is what he sees down a long tunnel. A giant alligator looks back at him, its mouth wide open. It lets out a ferocious hiss as a warning sign not to come any closer. The two of them hold eye contact, and then Lewis quickly backs away to call the authorities. The alligator was removed shortly thereafter, but Lewis will never forget how close he came to having to fight for his survival. It would have been a struggle that he probably
That's
would
scary,
not have
guys.
won. One more thing, look closely at the tape.
Yeah, that looks like a hippopotamus. But there's a ball. That's creepy.
You'll see a small green ball resting by the alligator. I can't help but wonder if, moments before this recording, a small child or dog went to retrieve the ball and saw the same thing that Lewis did. Number 9. The Curious Blob. This footage, taken from a British oil rig, looks fairly normal
That's
until
scary.
a massive monster slowly rises from the depths of the sea.
Guys, that's weird. Do you see that? So weird. That's definitely a monster. Like, how else would you explain that?
Its body is both mysterious and mesmerizing as it glides across the ocean with a silky stride. The camera person excitedly pans around to keep the beast in their sights, unable to believe what they are witnessing.
That's so scary,
the formless
guys.
monster hangs around the rig for a while before losing interest in moving on. When this video first surfaced, most people thought that it had to be part of a whale, but that theory proved incorrect. Scientists said that part of the whale was too nutritious to float around the ocean for very long, and that it would be eaten almost immediately. They were eventually able to identify the creature as a giant jellyfish called the Deepstaria reticulum.
That's scary.
Number 8. The largest gator ever. Imagine being on a nature preserve
Bro,
and seeing this scaly monstrosity
that's scary.
walk directly in your path.
This gator had quite the audience yesterday at Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. Kim Joyner is sharing this video with us. Thanks, Kim. You can see the gator slowly walking across the grass.
That's exactly what happened to the visitors
So scary.
of the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Fortunately for them,
That is
the
scary
alligators
as
seem
heck.
to be more concerned with finding water than finding food. The largest Florida alligator on record is a little over 14 feet long, but wildlife resource officials believe that the alligator in this video could have been larger. The only problem is that they are too afraid to get an official measurement, and I honestly can't say that I blame them. Number 7. Leviathan Hears a Giant. A YouTuber named Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he hears strange noises in the distance. Just when he seriously
So
suspects that
scary.
he's not alone in the woods, a series of large footprints confirms his suspicions.
So, what? Guys, that is scary. Guys, do you guys think those are
Now
giant
fears for his
alligator
safety
footprints?
and has already
Or like
decided
lizard
to leave
footprints?
When he hears the same noises again, much closer now than before.
I heard that, guys.
How good are you?
It literally sounds like Bigfoot.
I can guarantee.
Sorry for the ad, guys. It happens. Nobody ever knows when it's gonna happen. Yeah, that literally sounds so
The predatory
close.
call encourages him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. Leviathan still has no idea what was making this noise or exactly how large it was. Number 6. The slimy
This is scary,
find.
guys.
These gigantic slimy mollusks are hunted in the Philippines for their strange shells, which resemble an elephant's tusk
Oh, that's
and
scary.
sell for around $200
That's weird,
a
actually.
piece. Scientists have been finding their hollowed-out shells for years, but
So
only
weird,
recently
guys.
did they get their hands on an actual specimen for further
What are you
study.
watching?
When they cracked open its shell for
One
a
sec,
closer
guys.
look at bacteria
Back,
for
guys.
years, who
My
knows
I
what
was
else
just yelling at my
researchers
brother.
will
He's
find
being a
at that
jerk.
location. Number 5. The construction worker discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they came across the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. If you want to get a better feel for how gigantic this snake is, just count how many seconds it takes them to film the reptile's entire body. Not much more information about this story is available, but then again, not much more information is required. This is a gigantic snake that, given the opportunity, would have little problem squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. Number 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian islands, be on the lookout for these 150-pound human-hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has a never-ending appetite that allows them to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. In other words, they can eat something that's 80% of their own body weight without much of a problem. They will even eat humans if they become desperate enough for food, which is surprisingly often. They have been known to ambush stray tourists on trails.
Guys, that is
and have even gone
scary.
after entire villages.
Just looking at
In
some stuff.
2007, for example, an 8-year-old boy
Wow,
was hunted
Michael.
by a Komodo dragon.
That's really
He
rude.
did not survive. Other famous
Like,
incidents
that's super
include a
rude that
Komodo
Michael said
dragon
that.
who ate
I'm gonna
the
go
top of
talk
a
to him
person's foot while they were
and see what
visiting the Los
happens, because he
Angeles-
didn't write this too long ago.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel.
Oh crap. This isn't good, guys. We're not. No. No.
He wanted me to give him a shout out, so I'm gonna do it today. So, guys, shout out to Austin. Make sure to subscribe to him and give a like to his videos and subscribe to him and stuff. And also Robbie, guys, cool picture to do. He deleted his channel. If you guys saw my Megalodon video, he deleted his channel. Now he has another video. But yeah, shout out to Robbie and Austin. Jump Street, yeah, Jump Street and YouTube something. I don't know, but I'm gonna ask him tomorrow. And I'm gonna do a video and then I'm gonna tell you guys. But shout out to those two, 'cause they were like telling me, shout out to me, like, ooh. Guys, just watch this video.
Guys, this is so funny. Guys, we're just gonna react to this because this is too funny. That's funny. That's hilarious, guys. That's hilarious. But, guys, I'm going to end it off here. Goodbye and peace.